Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In today's video, it is a day in the life thrift with me. So we're leaving really early in the morning because we have about an hour and a half drive ahead of us. So just saying goodbye to my little Marley. And the first stop we made is at the clothing store that we like to go to because we resell clothing, if you don't know. We like to get there right at opening. And then we went to Value Village. I did film an entire Christmas part of Value Village while I was there and put that in a separate video, but then I thought I would just take a little browse around and just see what else they had in the just everyday things. So I did notice that the little milkshake mixer was still there from the last time we were here. So I'm starting to agree with you. A lot of you have been saying that you're seeing the same things just sitting on shelves for a long time at your thrift stores because the prices are too high. And I have actually been noticing even a year ago that there's no way that would still be sitting on the shelf. So yeah, I think a lot of you guys are right. Prices are just too high and people are over it. I thought these little, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be plates, were really cute. This looks like a corral pattern to me, but I didn't actually look at the bottom to see if it was. I actually ended up finding a lot of really amazing pieces on this day, which I share all of what I bought at the end of the video. I went to a bunch of different thrift stores, but I don't think I filmed what I found in here. But I found some really, really cool things, so I was very excited. Lots of vintage things. And then I've been showing the silverware in thrift stores lately because somebody had asked about it. And I couldn't remember where they kept silverware in Value Village, and then I remembered that they bag them up and just sell them all together for $3, which actually isn't too bad of a price. I noticed this pattern that my grandparents had actually. I just haven't, when you don't see something for a really long time, but then you see it and you just instantly recognize it. I just had a weird moment. And then one of my friends, I think their family had one of the patterns that I saw. And then while I was looking at them, I was thinking, maybe I should try to collect a vintage set of silverware. I don't know. I'm kind of I was feeling really nostalgic after I saw my grandparents' silverware. So I just have some cheap plain silverware too. So I don't know, maybe. I don't think it was vintage, but I thought this cream and sugar set was really cute. Although there was two creamers, but they look slightly different. So maybe one is meant for something else. I do also love looking in the furniture section of thrift stores. You just never know what you're going to see. And I saw a lot of exercise equipment, which I feel like usually you see that not this time of the year, but maybe a few months after January when people are like, oh, I'm not going to work out. But I saw this massive dollhouse. It looks pretty old, maybe 70s or 80s. It's all made of wood, except for I think the plastic pieces go over it. It's roofing, but it was only $20, and I am really hoping that someone saw this and picked it up, maybe for their kids for Christmas or something, and maybe got some furniture. I don't know. I love it so much. I just thought, wow, such an amazing piece for only $20. So we had been thrifting for about 4 hours at this point, so we stopped and got some lunch, which was some veggie burgers at A&W, and then we went to this thrift store, which we were here not too long ago, but I did film in here as well, some regular stuff, but mostly I think I just focused on the Christmas stuff, and then after this thrift store, we went to another one and I filmed a lot of their Christmas stuff. But yeah, it was mostly a lot of the same stuff that we saw before. I saw this birthday card. John's dad has like a really good sense of humor, and so I'm always seeing birthday cards that I think would be perfect for him, but I'm pretty sure I already have 2 or 3 years worth, so I did end up leaving that one behind. But most of the time I just buy cards at thrift stores. I just feel like you can find good ones and it's way cheaper than the store. So it was definitely snowman central in this thrift store in the Christmas section. I've never noticed it any other year until this year how many snowmen are just everywhere. It's the thing that I've seen the most, I think, all year. I loved this hat-shaped basket so much. Even looking at it now, I love it. I couldn't think of what I would use it for or like where I would put it, so I ended up leaving it. That's what I usually do when I'm in a thrift store and I see something I like. I try to think like, okay, what are you going to use this for, or where are you going to put it? And if I can't, I usually just leave it. Unless it's something amazing that I think, okay, I have to get this, I'll figure it out. But for the most part, I just try to not buy things that I don't have a use for or a place to put them. It definitely helps cut down on the amount of things in your home. So then we went to the thrift store where the proceeds go to an animal shelter. Very exciting. They had a lot of Christmas stuff in here, and I found an amazing vintage piece in here. I think I might have posted about it on Instagram, but it was so good, and I did end up getting it. One thing I did notice while I was in here is the Proctor Silic toaster, vintage toaster that's been here for like, I don't know, a year, that I always point out. It actually was not here this time, so I guess they must have either got rid of it or someone ended up buying it. This thrift store has a bunch of different rooms in it, so I went into this back room area and I saw these glasses that I really liked, but they wanted $5 a piece for these, and I just felt like that was too much, so I ended up putting them back. They had some red ones in the back too, but then I saw these glasses, which I'm not, the name isn't coming to me right now, but I have sold so many of these for like $20+. So they only wanted $3 for these. So I definitely grabbed both of those. I think I had bought a set of 8 for $1 a piece back from the thrift store I used to work at. And then when I looked them up, I realized how much money they were worth. So I sold some of the ones that I had. So then we entered the Christmas section. They have kind of a whole room just dedicated to Christmas stuff, which we saw this a few weeks ago, I think, but they've definitely have even more than they had last time we were here. Pretty much anytime I'm in a thrift store now, I always look through the cards. I've been finding a ton of vintage cards lately, and it's been inspiring me to keep looking and digging through. So I have, even for like random holidays, like I found like a vintage St. Patrick's Day card, and I don't know, it's just very cute. I think I might use them to kind of decorate with. Here is the exact moment that I realized, oh wait, what is this? And I noticed that it was still like new in the box, Libby glass set. Now the box made me think that it was like 1950s or 60s, but the glasses themselves kind of give me more of a 70s feel, but I took them out so I could get a better look at them. And then I was trying to figure out where I could put them down to have a look at them. But these were $25, but they are these glass sets, which upon, looking at them, I just thought it was really cool. They were in the box, but then when I looked at the glasses themselves, I thought this would really fit my kitchen vibe. I think I should get these, so I did end up getting those. And then I was looking at all these village houses, and in Canada, we had a department store called Zellers, and it went out of business a while ago, but I used to work there, and these boxes were from when I worked there, and it just gave me so much nostalgia. It made me want to buy them all, but again, I don't have room for them, so I resisted the urge, but it just gives me so much nostalgia when I see them. I think that we saw this exact same tray at Value Village recently, and it was only $1.99 there, but they wanted $8 for that. And I know people are probably going to say that that tray is vintage, but I don't think it is. It has a barcode on the back, so I think it's very unlikely that it is actually vintage. But yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, $8 is way too much for that, like way, way too much for that. I thought these angels were really cute. I'm not sure if they were vintage or not, but they kind of had like a 1960s look to them. So then we left that thrift store, and then we went to what I'm calling the fake Costco. Like, I still don't fully understand it, but I haven't really like looked into it too much. But the province we live in only has one Costco, and it's very far from us. So this it's not called Costco. It's called like Running Man grocery store or something, but they basically have all Costco products. So I don't know if it's like actually legitimately associated with the actual Costco. I imagine it must be, or they wouldn't be allowed to do that. But anyway, it's way smaller than Costco, but it has Costco things. Here's what we were in looking for, was these Zevia. This is what I drink instead of soda. It doesn't have sugar in it. So I was very excited because there was a vanilla Coke flavor in there, which you can't buy that just by itself. I've never actually seen it before. So we stopped to get Starbucks and then drove. It's about a 45-minute drive to get to the Salvation Army's. I thought this couch was beautiful, but they actually spelled couch wrong, which we actually see couch spelled this way a lot. And we think it's really funny, which is why John was shaking his finger. Anyway, I filmed all the Christmas stuff in the Salvation Army, which I recently posted that video, but then I just wanted to take a little look around. I like this one because they have lots of furniture, so it's always fun to see if they have any like really old vintage furniture. I shared this stereo cabinet on Instagram, and one of you said that your parents had the exact same one. My parents had something very similar, but it just had one door on it, not the double doors. But whenever I see this, it gives me major nostalgia. Some of my earliest memories are of playing music on the stereo and like looking in the glass and being able to see myself. Lately, I've been feeling super nostalgic for these really old style computer desks from the 90s, and this one is massive. I feel like this one would have been like the expensive one back in the day. Had a drawer and everything. I think all of these furniture sets might have been here the last few times we were here. I'm obsessed with this one. I just love the style of it. I just don't need it. And this thrift store is far from where we live too, so I don't know how we would get it home even if I wanted it, but I just love it so much. So then we made the drive back home. It was dark by the time we got home, and the first thing I do when I go home is I always go and look for my little Marley. I feel really bad when it's dark, like when we get home, because then it's like, I'm sure to her it feels like, oh, it's nighttime, like where are my parents? So just making sure that she was all good. We stopped on the way home to get something easy for dinner. So I just wanted this pizza, but John wanted his own pizza, so he got one with like other stuff on it, but I just like the cheese one, so made those. We found these interesting, or like everything bagel, but it's like a vegetable straw kind of popcorn, I don't know. Anyway, so I just put those in, and I also found this pasta, this gluten-free pasta, which I was very excited about. It's like, I call it mini lasagna noodles, but I've never seen it in gluten-free form before, so I was excited. And then the things that we got from the fake Costco, we got these granola bars. John's a big granola bar person, and these ones are gluten-free and vegan. So I think it might have been like $15 for those for 20. And this is one thing that they have at Costco that I was like, well, we're here, maybe I should just take a look and see if they have the big packs of the Scrub Daddies, and they did, so I was excited about that. I think they're like only $19 or something. So we had our pizza and just watched a little TV. I turned the heater on for Marley, and she was very, very happy to lay there under the heater, get super cozy. After about 20 minutes to a half hour, she was really cozy there, just settling right in. She could lay there for hours under the heater. I'll show you everything that I got on this day. So obviously I got the glass set, so you can kind of get a better look at it here. So it was $25. I felt like it was worth it though. I love the box. I'm definitely going to keep the box just in case I ever want to sell them again, but I just love the way it looks. This part folds back down into it, so it was obviously kind of like, I'm sure they probably had it displayed in the store like that. I honestly think I love the box more than the glasses, if I'm being honest. But I do feel like once I saw the glasses, I was like, these could definitely fit into my kitchen aesthetic. If you've watched my kitchen tour, then you know that. So I decided to go ahead and get them. The glasses themselves remind me more of the 70s and 80s, like just by the pattern. But the box looks very 1960s to me. So I also got those glasses, which I can't remember the name of them, but I got those to resell for $3 a piece. Very excited about that because, like I said, I've sold quite a few of them already for $20 a piece. Now on to the things that I did not show while I was thrifting. I found this mug from Japan. I've been finding a lot of this type of mug lately. This one was only $1, so I decided to get it. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with the mugs yet, like if I'm going to keep them or sell them. I've just been mulling it over, and right now everything's decorated for Christmas, so I'm just like waiting to figure that out until after Christmas if I have a place for them. And then I found these mugs, which are so unique. So it feels like a normal mug on the brown part, but then that lighter part is like really rough feeling. I think I looked them up and they're called like lava mugs or something, and I don't know, I tried to find them online and I only found 1 or 2 listings, but those ones are a different color. They're red instead of dark brown, so I'm probably going to resell these. But I just thought they looked so unique, very probably 70s, I'm guessing. So then I found these mugs, which I'm obsessed with. I have a few pieces from this collection. I just love it. It's such a 70s aesthetic vibe that I just love so much. So I really want to keep them. But I don't know. Like, I probably wouldn't actually use them. So I need to figure out if I could put them on display somewhere in the kitchen. I don't know. But I love them so much. Just this whole color. It's exactly my aesthetic. So anyway, I was happy to find those. But I think I could probably not have a hard time selling them, but I'm just still undecided about them. And then I think I did show these in the video, so you guys probably guessed that I would buy these, but this bag of Christmas ornaments had 2 or 3 of the rocking horse wooden ornaments, which are my favorite wooden ornament. I have so many now, probably more than any other wooden ornament, because I always buy the rocking horse ones. So I was excited to find those, and I just donated the other things. I was ecstatic to find this Better Homes and Gardens Sewing for Your Home book. Also, this front cover little setup here for the sewing machine and stuff. I'm living for that. I'm like, I should try to find a desk that's similar to that, because that is exactly how I would want my setup to be. This is from the 70s. I feel like I've found so many like vintage sewing books. I'm just so excited. I love looking through. It's the same feeling as looking through vintage cookbooks. I love looking at the photos of the dishes and the table setup. It's the same thing with these books. I just love looking at the photos. It's such a vibe. Found some VHS, including one of my favorite classic films called Some Came Running. This is actually the very first movie that I recorded. I was about to say taped. I recorded it when we got cable a few months ago, basically just to get Turner Classic Movies, because it's the only way that you can really get that in Canada is just to pay for cable. So I ended up finding a few more classic movies, which I was excited about, and John saw this movie and he said it's a really good movie. I don't think I've seen it before though. So anyway, that was today's video. I might post one more video before Christmas. My normal day that I upload is Sundays, and that's Christmas Eve, so I was debating whether I should or not, but I think I might upload anyway, even if people are too busy to watch that day. It would be there to watch at some other time. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if I don't post again before Christmas, Merry Christmas everyone. I hope you have a great holiday, and I will see you again soon.